Oh, sorry. I didn't watch. Sorry.
Be careful. No, be careful. They have coming.
Yes.
You can go. I'm coming. You can go. Go.
I make my move. I'm under attack.
Killing spree!
No war, bro. No war.
I make.
Beep.
Eloped to searing caves.
Nice. No. What am I doing?
Silently. I go.
Wait. Kali ya.
Onward.
Kali.
Thanks. Yes. Not a whisper. With quickness.
Semua nih.
Yes.
Push meter. Come on, push.
Silence is gold.
We need irons.
Let's go. Wait.
Yes.
We need irons.
A step ahead.
Give me.
Come.
Yes. A step ahead. With quickness. Your bottom tower, mate. You better hop to it. This don't look good. Tower, mate. You better hop to it.
Be careful. BB.
Fire's fortified, I see. Sails what? Take us under attack, son. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
BB. I'm no.
Money to burn.
I hear the call once more. A whisper. Oh my. I go. This is good. Yes. I make my moves. I'm paid for your silence.
Come on, push.
I go. The Iranian's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste your time.
Push it. Come on, push it.
Regrets the day it was born. As the blades fly. Shut your mouth. Silently. Tell mate, you better hop to it. Not a whisper.
Push up, go.
Landing back, bro.
No, B.
Speak your last. Any last words? Silent running.
Lina.
I cut a path.
Yeah.
Silently.
We can push FG.
The silence deepens. Yes. With quickness, I make my move.
You want DD? Lina?
I go. Double damage. I cut a
Be careful, 小强 Be careful. B.
Yes. Yes. Your bot's tower's under attack, son.
B.
My move. Yes. Spinning blade. Silently. Small price. Shut it! With quickness. Cut to the chase. Silently. Not a whisper. Silent running. A step ahead. Oi! Your top tower! It's under attack!
Come on. We meter. Roshan, no Roshan.
It's under attack! Dire structures are fortified! Onward. I go. Your top tower! Well, let's just say it's no longer a going proposition. Silent running.
Let's go.
I go.
Ward.
Yes.
They ward here.
A step ahead. On the lookout, Evans. Not whispers. Hearing feet might be a problem now.
Unstoppable!
Yes. The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Now that's it. There he is back a bit. He's under attack. The enemy's middle barracks have fallen.
P.
I see. Your top tower is under attack.
No, B.
Bro. Get back.
Silently. I'm
有闪，有闪 ，come on。
Regeneration!
a step ahead. Silently.
Give me 宝石，give me 宝石 ，give
Soon
me。
you die. That dire team, they don't muck about.
Come on.
Yes. Gold for steel. I go. Your bottom tower, mate. You better hop to it. A whisper. Yes. No, your middle tower. Are you seeing that? Your middle tower. Oh. Radiant corps have been fortified. Brutal what they've done. Your bottom tower's under attack, son. Your middle tower. Are you seeing that? The enemy's top tower has fallen. Right, come on. Your middle tower is under attack. Hey, the enemy's top barracks have fallen.
B。
No, your middle tower! Are you seeing that? Cut to the chase! Middle tower is fallen! Silently. With quickness.
B。
Onward. Yes. Bury me with my...
What are you doing? Come on.
Look who's back. A step ahead.
Wicked sick!
Yes. I go.
Killing spree!
Careful.
Double kill.
2宝石。
Harga. Lihat.
The grave was too quiet. The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Well, it's about time. I make my move. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. You now have mega craters. I wouldn't hear of it.
Monster kill.
Bang!
Not a
B B B B B B B.
Double kill.
My heart beats.
Careful, be careful, be careful. Come on,
Back.
come on, come on, come
Get back.
on, come on. Luar, lu.
Hey, Traian, come.
Luar. Ah, kill me.
Good. Niat banget dan sampai. Tiba-tiba ada endgame aja. Tiba-tiba udah endgame aja. Kita lihat mulai belum.
You'd be able to do it this time around, like they're just looking
And we've said this time and time again, but
strong. I'm
then
scared
again,
for
it was
everyone else.
best of fives where they
They
come
do
from.
look
This is
very
the best
strong
of
for you
three.
today.
Look,
They look
guys.
very
We've
strong
seen
demon
Liquid knock out
against them
game
in
before to the
human,
lower
and
bracket.
we've
We've
said
said
this
this
time
time
and
and
time
time
again,
but
it's doable, it's possible.
then again, it was best of fives
Anything is
where they come
possible.
from.
I
This is the
feel
best
like
of
we've
three
seen
today.
that so far on this
We've seen
stage
Liquid knock out
already.
game before to the
As
lower bracket
we
when
know,
they
what
had
is going to
Masters
be
last
definitely
year.
possible
It's
today is
doable, it's
enjoying some
possible.
good Dota 2.
Anything is
possible. I feel like we've seen that so far.
You already
on
heard
this stage already.
about it just a
As,
moment ago.
we
But
know
just
what
to
is going to be
recap,
definitely
we are
possible
ending
today
the
is
day
enjoying some
with two
good
teams that
Dota
have
2.
already
We got
played
4
earlier
because the 2 winners
your
of
way.
the 2 first
You already
series
heard
are going to go up
Tsunami
against each
talk
other,
about
but
it just a
also going to
moment
secure
ago.
one
But just
team
to
in that
recap,
grand finals with
we are
Team
ending
Liquid
the day
taking on Gaming
with two teams that
Gladiators
have
in our
already
upper
played
bracket final
earlier
because the 2 winners of the 2 first series are going to go up against each other. We're also going to secure one team in that grand finals with Team Liquid taking on Gaming Gladiators in our upper bracket finals. And the first 2 series are 2 elimination series, so it's a scary day for a lot of teams here. And I feel like it's worth noting that of the 6 teams we have remaining here, Lacoste, if we take a step back and we have 2 that are not like the others.
Yeah, we do have Team Spirit that have been eliminated, and BB team as well, but the other teams, other than that, they look super strong. I think this TI, it's all about the guys who dominated the year. We haven't seen many upsets other than, you know, Team Spirit playing against the American squad, where they were unable to beat them. They chose them, and then they sent them to the lower bracket, but yep, it is what it is.
I mean, the thing in Dota is, like, our best teams become so good that it's often really hard to even get close to them. So, like, the invited teams, the fact that we still have 6 here, like, I would love for the underdog story, but just the way that our current world of Dota works, like, it is so rare to be able to muscle up against the amount of experience and just class that our top teams have.
Yeah, experience has been king at TI this year. A lot of the newer teams with newer players not built around veterans, they just couldn't make the cut. We saw that we had so many first-timers in the road to TI. Like, only 2 of them are left in this tournament. So ultimately, in situations like this, with all of this pressure, you do need experience, and that's what the invited teams have over the ones that qualified, Tundra and C9. After yesterday, I did lose a little bit of faith in them, but maybe they're gonna shape it up today, Jeeves.
Yeah, it is hard to look amazing against the current state of Liquid in gaming. So C9 and Tundra, we'll see what today. They have some formidable opponents, and I feel like we do need to talk a little bit about one of their formidable opponents in Extreme Gaming, because Tigov, this has been a rough year for the region overall, and it's very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, no, they've been struggling the entire time. Like, when you look at the the legacy of a region, right? I think everyone can quickly glance value. Second, first, fourth, first, second, second, third, second, fourth. Where are they now? They're 6th. If they get eliminated, this is the worst showing of a region across all of TI, right? And that is just mental to think when it's like, yeah, I can't even put it into words. That's how crazy it is. And maybe if Extreme, they win this series, they can continue kind of carrying the torch. But if they get eliminated, then only Western Europe remains.
Yeah, and that would be unfortunate. As much as we love watching good teams like good Dota, it would still be unfortunate. I do very much live by the words that ThinQ said the other day. It's like, take it easy. That's basically what he said to his fans. Take it easy. We're doing this one game at a time, Lacoste, and I think that's a very healthy approach.
It really is, and the way feels like Ames says, give me Muerta, they give him Muerta, there isn't, too much behind that. And also, XM, as a newcomer, his first TI, he really feels, dominant. Yesterday performances, he was all over the place, his sniper, he's Queen of Pain as well, and I don't feel, and I don't see any pressure coming out from him, and they seem pretty chill, so they could definitely go far.
They could go far, and potentially, I have just a hero to do it with. Because yesterday's games, we learn a lot from the games that we see, obviously, the games on the main stage especially so. And this Sand King Effie is looking pretty good.
It's looking pretty unstoppable. 0 total deaths in 4 games. Always have that blink initiation from either your mid or your off lane. And also, auras, buys auras, has decent laning, probably not the best laning, but you can correct that with strong supports this patch, which is why he just feels so comfortable.
And I've been cooking up some quick numbers, and I've been looking at the amount of times a team drafts stuns in their lineup, because everyone always says stuns win games, and it's actually all a lie. Because you see here, the lower bracket teams, Tundra and C9, they have often 3 minutes of stuns available to them throughout the course of an entire game. And Extreme, though, only 1 minute and 38. So that's kind of like, when you look at it, it's like nearly double the amount of stuns available for Tundra to Extreme. And yeah, Extreme's still in it, but just, yeah.
Something to look towards.
Trying to look towards. That,
Yeah.
that Extreme don't need stuns because they're picking Slarks and Timber Saws and all this stuff, but yeah, I've done the research for you. At TI, stuns don't win games.
That's pretty unfortunate. You know who do win games?
Who?
Mid laners. They have a lot of a big impact on the game, and it is time to focus our attention on to the first series that we have in store for you, Cloud9 and Falcons. And speaking of those teams, Purge is going to take a deep dive.
Thank you, Shiver. Yeah, the mid lanes is it's a really big deal in the game, especially for these two players because they are so good at killing their opponents and dominating the mid lane, which hasn't happened with every team. These two guys specifically, though, it's very remarkable. Malrine, so far, take a look at his most played heroes of the tournament. He's got a 100% win rate on Monkey King. He's been dominating on the heroes. Sand King has been going great. His Pangolier, his most played hero in all of his Dota 2 career, not the highest win rate, and Puck also struggling a little bit. But look on the other side, we've got No One as well. Similar-ish hero pools. We've got Monkey King 4 games in the mid lane, 100% win rate, and he's got a lot more trail off, a little bit more variety in his hero pools. But what we see consistently between these two heroes is just completely stomping their lanes. That's the most obvious thing that I've seen over the last week watching these games, that consistently No One and Malrine will just completely blow a game out of the water due to their super high skill level and their ability to get denies in the early laning stage and then transition that into harass as well as kills. Malrine played that Razor game yesterday that was incredible, really pressuring GPK's Storm Spirit, gave him an 0-3 start with help from Crit in this example. But I want to see what happens when these guys go head to head. Is somebody going to outlane somebody else is the real question. Are two of the best mids in the world going to dominate? And for that to happen, No One needs to not play heroes like Zeus, in my opinion. It's a decent hero for the game. There was a Monkey available, but the hard thing is that against these best players, they don't necessarily give them the matchups that they want. How a Sniper against a Puck, a winning matchup, and they picked him Viper against Malrine's Monkey. He won both those mid lanes, lost both of those games. Maybe we'll see a repeat today, but we'll certainly see some spicy stuff in the mid lane.
Thanks, Purge, and I do think that mid lane is going to be very spicy. Purge was all right, though. I mean, these two teams have faced each other twice before in total, and this is once as Cloud9 and once before that as Entity, and both of those series were 2-0s in favor of Falcons. Yeah, a lot has happened since then, though, so I don't know if we can learn anything about that in particular, because I feel like Cloud9 has been a squad that has constantly improved. And just to highlight how vastly different these two teams are, I wanted to highlight their year, how they've done, which tournaments they've gone to, how many potentially first place finishes they have. Because Effie, there's Falcons, who is done very well for themselves this year.
They've done incredibly well. I mean, Falcons have been the dominant team this year with multiple first place finishes. I looked at their 5 first place finishes this year, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But as you can see here, you've got first place, second, first, third, and third. I mean, if their worst placement is 5th and 6th, that is incredibly impressive. Whereas you look at C9, did not qualify, did not qualify, did not qualify. They only made it to 2 lands, but it's very impressive that with that experience that they acquired from only 2 lands, they made it all the way to TI upper bracket.
And since 2022, the old Entity squad, before C9, in all Tier 1 events, they were never able to finish top 4. They were always, 5, 6, 9 to 12, but this time, can they do it? That's the big question, because the squad is looking really good.
Yeah, I guess one good thing about Cloud9 is they've come into this tournament with their own identity, where they're not trying to, as they're developing, it's like, okay, we need to take this strat, we need to take that. Like, they're still locking in the Winter Wyvern. Sure, they tried Sniper yesterday, but I think fundamentally, when you watch them play, they are playing their own style of Dota. Unlike other teams that have kind of fallen out so far in the tournament, they kind of fell out because they were amount of TI. If he dies first, you're going to lose the fight.
It sounds very simple, Luca.
It sounds. And also for DM, he's the type of a guy that doesn't take much space. He gives his space to his carry, he gives his space to position 4. Because his hero pool isn't that big, and we can see Fishman's hero pool. These are some of his classics. You know, the Bane, the Clockwork. This is how the guy got into the scene when he was playing for the Creep Wave. One Disruptor, another Eastern European classic, and also tried to play Sven, which has been nerfed to the ground. But DM, he's the guy that doesn't take the farm. He's all about the auras. He's all about the team, has a relatively small hero pool, played only 5 heroes so far at the TI, so that's relatively abusable, I would say. So I want to see what else they have been cooking for DM.
And DM has played, it's lacking Doom, which a lot of offlaners have looked at in high priority, and instead of the Doom, his highest priority offlaner is Enigma. So I do imagine the Falcons going into today's series have thought a lot about if they're going to let Enigma through, if they're going to counter it on both side lanes, if they want to steal it for themselves.
Yeah, because we feel like Cloud9, they come in with their own plans. They do have the somewhat unusual hero picks here and there. Falcons have been dominant. We know what to expect from them already.
The thing about Falcons, though, is you always know what to expect from them. You know how they're going to play, what heroes they're going to pick, but they do it so well that it doesn't matter. Or that's what it felt like this entire year. Their lanes go incredibly well. Their movements, they always connect. The twin gate rotations, everybody knows they're coming, but people still die to them. And the hero specialists in Mallory and ATF, they've still been playing the same heroes. But a lot of teams just can't hang in that sense. They can't find themselves in the same caliber because Falcons are extremely efficient around the map, and they do little things better than other teams. Just like, you know, little stacking tricks, little movement tricks, the way that they even farm or their efficiency with their heroes and movement, it's just a tier above Chiefs.
Yeah, and it feels like, you know, with Amar, we say about his hero pool, he's been adding new heroes. He's got, like, for this tournament, he's added Kunkka. He's played Primal Beast for the first time in his career as well. Like he's slowly trickling in new heroes, which is, you know, deepening the draft a little bit, allowing Aoi to get, you know, a little bit more creative with that 1 or 2 options. But yeah, I think like Effie's mentioning, the way that Falcons play is always just, it's so scary. Because if you think there's a play to make, someone's using that twin gate, someone's taking that play. Like if you second guess yourself, there are already 3-4 heroes on you. Like even Skidder as well on the carry. Like he's going for a blink or first or second item on DK carry, whilst everyone else, it's an armlet, it's a Mask of Madness. You know, 23 Savage went for like a Midas, for example, but Skidder's like, no.
I think today, we already mentioned it's going to be a little bit more spicy than yesterday in terms of some series hopefully being pushed to a 3rd game, some of the games being a little bit closer as the teams are getting hungrier and hungrier because that trophy that ages is within reach. Falcons, Cloud9, both of the teams in the lower bracket, and it's time for these teams to take the stage.
Welcome on stage, Cloud9.
We got Watson, no one, DM, Katomi, Fishman, and Coach as TV, and they're taking the stage. They will play a best of 3 to clear 5. here in the lower bracket of the International 2024. Got brought down yesterday by Team Liquid, but I would imagine that just invigorates them to try and take their revenge later down the line. Their opponents, they will be a fierce one. Let's welcome in Team Falcons.
Welcome on stage, Falcons.
Skeeter, Mallory, APF, Prince, Snaking, underneath Coach AUI 2000. This is a team that has been doing it the long way around. After one round of upper bracket, they are continuing to knock teams out, eliminating 1W, eliminating BB Team, and now they hope to do the same against Cloud9. Can they continue their lower bracket domination? There is only one way to find out, and it's on the battlefield of Dota 2. Both of these teams coming in very strong, very ready, and I think, Lacoste, even if you would ask me a week ago, I would have thought maybe Falcons is going to take it, but I think based on yesterday's Cloud9's performance, this match should be a very close one.
Definitely should be. They had a good run against Team Liquid, even though they got 2-0'd. This team still has a lot to offer, especially when it comes down from their safe lane. I think the player to look the most into is Watson. His hero pool, relatively big. This guy can play anything. We've seen also some innovative stuff coming out from him, playing that safe lane invoker in the road to TI when they were setting things up with the Mix Assassin, with the Bane combo. They have stuff prepared. Astini, when we were working with him during the Lima Major, this guy, he knows so much about Dota, has so many fresh ideas that he can bring to the table.
I mean, even in that game 2 against Liquid yesterday, like, it was such a close game. They would go for a high ground, then they get, 2 critical mistakes and they die, and then suddenly it's a buyback game and, Liquid takes it. Like, that is a second game where you can take away, analyze it, understand what went wrong, and if you don't make those mistakes, you go into a game 3 against an upper bracket team. And now they're against Falcons. Like, they need to obviously just play 2 times better than yesterday, and then they should have a great chance.
2 times is good.
Yeah, but it's not 10 times. 2 times is decent, it's fine.
But like T mentioned, there are lessons to be taken because you talk about, tempo and rotations through the gate, like we were mentioning earlier. That's what C9 were susceptible to. They did lose to Liquid's twin gate rotations as well, so there is a lot to take away because Falcons do very similar early game rotations. I was mentioning a little bit earlier that Falcons are not afraid to throw Skeeter through that gate, use his body to just bait the entire enemy team, and if he dies, they're okay with that so long as they get the advantageous trade. And that's not a quality that a lot of teams at this tournament have. Very many teams are unwilling to sacrifice their carry in the early game, but that does not apply to Falcons, and it makes for very high tempo, very aggressive early game movements.
Super high tempo from Team Falcons. If you look at the assists, Snaking, Fritz, they are 2 of the best players so far at TI in terms of the number of assists they have. They're all over the map making all these early rotations. This is something that C9, they need to be able to match that.
They really do, and it is amazing to see the fan base of both the squads in action here for this upcoming series. As we have the top 5 assists, Watson being very, very high on this list. He has played a great game.
No, yeah, again, and it helps that with Watson, he has Fishman in the laning phase. Fishman is such a sacrificial player that we've been mentioning already, that often he gives Watson the entry to dictate what he wants in the game. And like, if his 5 was a little bit more, volatile, then sure, we probably aren't going to see these stats. But this partnership, we've seen it for so many years now, and it is consistently, getting out of lanes in a really, decent position.
Is that type 5 assists an average or just
That's
individual?
a total. It's an individual game. So it's like if you have one big game, then that's a high assist.
I can explain why he is there amongst all of the support players in assists. It's because C9 did run carry invoker where he was like sunstriking all over the map while he was farming. In that game, his assists got so inflated that it contributes to that stat. But that in and of itself is interesting that C9 have flexes like mid to carry invoker that other teams haven't shown us.
Yeah, not just that, but we also have seen Cloud9, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, Cloud9's been the only team that has switched things up in terms of lanes, in terms of having their carry play the off lane and vice versa, and even running a semi-tri lane, I believe.
Yeah, they've tried to kind of reinvent the wheel a little bit. People kind of fell off of using tri lanes and just different map setups due to the twin gates, but you know, Cloud9 showcased the, if we get there first, are you really then going to want to use a twin gate, lose 75 mana, get yourself to a new position and create this? And so far the answer has been no. Teams have kind of been stubborn and gone, you know what, if you want to change lanes, we accept it. And maybe in this series that's something that Cloud9 can utilize. If they get a certain matchup, if they can prevent Skidder being aggressive because they shut him out in the first 5 minutes, guess what? He's not going to twin gate at 7-8 minutes because he's going to have to recover. And that's maybe a good thing to look at. I hope Cloud9 come into the lanes with aggression, don't allow Falcons to hit their stride. Because yeah, like the Liquids, like the Gamers, like the Falcons, if they get free access in the first like 10 minutes of the game, they're already setting up every little gank, every smoke, every ward. It is so hard to kind of unpick that.
Another thing Falcons are really good at doing is yesterday in their series versus BB team, if you looked at any two combination of their heroes, any two from any lane, any duo in those games could make smoke plays or make aggressive plays for kills together, where you don't have to invest too many heroes for certain rotations around the map, which is the reason why their economy is so high all the time. I mean, you looked at, for example, their game yesterday, they had a Mirana plus DK that could have played together, a DK plus Centaur that could have played together, a Centaur plus Hoodwink that could have played together, a DK plus Hoodwink that could have played together, and a Razor that they could have just put anywhere, you know? And having the flexibility to make aggressive plays without bringing too many heroes is always going to be an advantage, especially versus teams like C9 that have maybe not so much kill threatening supports, because they're Tinkers and they're Wyverns and they're Precision Forward Dooms and they're Disruptors. They can't really function as two
that we've seen so far.